I don't have any hair anymore. Yeah, we haven't done one of these since the hair is gone. Look at it. It's gone. Yeah. So, we're here to talk about Backrooms.
Backrooms.
How'd you like it?
I don't like horror movies.
Okay.
That's my review.
Oh.
The end.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there anything? Did you like the movie though?
I mean, no.
Oh. Okay. I guess that's that.
Yeah, no, that's it. We're done. Bye.
And I guess, I mean, we always have spoilers in these, but I do intend to talk about the final scene a fair bit. So definitely spoilers in this one. Backrooms began as a meme in 2019. Mm-hmm. Have you seen the original photo? Mm-hmm. Okay. It was posted on 4chan. It was of some, like, back in the 90s or like 2000, like early 2000s, there was some sort of an office or a furniture or a something store getting cleared out. And someone took a photo of the place, and I guess it was like an advertisement like, hey, this office space is for rent or something, right? Or this store space is for rent. And then it ended up getting reposted on 4chan in 2019 with like an attached creepypasta where they basically said, if you no-clip through reality, you'll end up in the back rooms. Mm. And of course, it's using gamer lingo. You no-clip means going through walls. And there's always like the idea of like the default spawn point before you're actually put somewhere in the world. Oh, it's the back rooms. It's like just a weird place. And I forget exactly what it was, how it went in the original creepypasta, but it was something like 800 million square miles of randomly generated office rooms, and there's like sometimes you might hear noises and there's a weird creature in there and look out, but they never actually say what it was. Mm-hmm. And then of course like it blew up, and there was like multiple like back rooms like games where like there's something stalking you through the back rooms, and it's usually like a weird like giant black creature or something. And then of course this kind of connects with the whole liminal space meme, which I did actually a video on the main channel. The liminal space meme of like where you see like pictures that don't quite look right, mm-hmm. and it's like, oh, this is a swimming pool, but actually it looks a little bit odd, and why is it all shaped like that, and how like
empty swimming pools.
Yep. And everyone got creeped out by the whole liminal space meme in like 2020, 21, mm-hmm. 22. And it was kind of big at that point. And now
you say you really like liminal spaces?
I do. Yeah.
What does that say about you? They're inherently creepy.
They're equal parts creepy and comforting, which is, by the way, a very strange combination of feelings, because mm-hmm. usually you don't get those two together. Mm-hmm. But liminal spaces evoke both of those feelings. Mm-hmm. In fact, like right now we're doing this in a parking lot with no one around. Yep. And so, like, this is kind of a liminal space. Because, I guess,
yeah.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like, I'm so used to seeing empty parking lots.
Yeah. But,
that's not really a liminal space for me anymore.
I know. But, like the idea of, like, one way you can actually generate the emotion of liminality is if you're in a location and, like, you've been there before, so it's familiar, it's even nostalgic to you, but you're in there in a new context, so now things are different. So for example, like you and I go to Costco every Monday to get groceries. Mm-hmm. If we went to Costco while it was closed and there was no one in the building, it would feel liminal to us, because it's the same location, but now it feels different.
I actually disagree.
Okay.
I think it would just feel peaceful because there's so little people around. However, I would agree with you if Costco was just like empty of like shelves.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Yeah.
Then I agree.
And you're like, oh, it's all cleared out, and it's the same place, but it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, like, if you've ever gone back to a place that you used to frequent, but now you no longer frequent, especially if you're not allowed to be there, mm-hmm. then it feels liminal, mm-hmm. right? Or like, if like hotels feel like liminal spaces,
they do.
Hotel rooms,
yeah.
because
All
even though they're like your room mm-hmm. that you're renting, it's not really your room. Mm-hmm. And like it's like an in-between between like when you're on a trip, the hotel room is like the in-between between your home and where you're going. Mm-hmm. And so it's yours and you're there temporarily, but it's like because liminal also means in between. Mm-hmm. So yeah, like this is what liminality as an emotion is. And so you have this meme, and someone is like, let's make a movie out of the meme. Mm-hmm.
Which honestly was not a terrible idea. I heard they were gonna make a movie about it. I'm like, that could be an interesting thriller.
Yeah, but here's the thing, like what do you do with the concept of the Backrooms? Because you have...
You make it a psychological thriller.
Which they did.
Yeah, well.
Kinda. Psychological horror.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. You make it a psychological thriller.
Okay.
Thriller.
It had that like sequence at the end where it kind of turned into that.
Yeah, but that should have been the
kitchen.
whole movie.
Okay, yeah. So basically, actually the guy who made this was a YouTuber. Did you hear that?
So many YouTubers are making movies nowadays.
Yeah. But like this guy's apparently the youngest YouTuber to like ever direct a film, the youngest YouTuber to like gross this much at the box office. If this is apparently a pretty big hit, like he's doing well for himself. And he actually used to make Backrooms content on YouTube before he did this movie.
Oh, well there you go.
So he fucking made a movie, and good for him. But anyway, the TLDR of the story is we have our protagonist who is a what's his name? Clint?
Clark.
Like
Clark Kent.
Okay, Clark. You say clerk.
I'm Clark.
Clark.
Clark. I'm just
So we have
Clark.
We have Clark,
Clark.
and he is the owner of a failing business, and the business is selling furniture.
Yeah. He's also supposed to be an architect, but he's a failure at that too.
Yeah. Honestly, a lot of the movie revolves around just like his inadequacy as a person. He's an alcoholic. He wanted to go to architect school. He wanted to be an architect. He never made it, and he's stuck selling furniture that he makes at this store.
I don't think he specifically makes it. I think he just sells it.
I thought he did.
No.
I thought like you see his office and like he's like making it. He's like drawing it out of like. So I thought these are like his creations.
I think he's just drawing to draw because you do a lot of drawing when you're an architect.
Okay, yeah. See, I was under the impression that he was making the furniture, but fine, whatever.
I don't think he's actually making the furniture.
Well,
That's up to debate.
Well, he owns this failing furniture store, and also this whole thing takes place in 1990.
Yeah.
And he's playing in like the local commercials and like the local TV stations. He plays a pirate.
Yep.
Where he's trying to like shill for his store. Yeah.
It's because of the name of the store, but I don't remember the name anymore.
Captain Clark's.
Yeah. Well, that's why. Well, there you go.
Yeah. He's Captain Clark, and he's like a pirate, and he's hanging around like in his like pirate costume, and it's kind of embarrassing. But he's trying to get people into the store. It's not working. He's shooting these commercials. They're kind of funny, but it's not really working out.
It'd be more funny if you would actually like be doing the bit better.
Maybe. Yeah. But like, and also like his wife left him. And that sucked. And he like lost the house, and like
he lost the house and is living in the furniture store.
He's living in the furniture. Yeah, he's like sitting on the bed in the furniture store, like watching a TV in the furniture store. And it's like, okay. And he has these electrical problems. And then he goes down to the breaker box, tries to figure out his electrician. The electrician doesn't know what's going on. But then like they discover a breaker switch that is skewed on the breaker box. And like there's some shenanigans with like what does it actually do, but eventually he manages to trip it properly, and it opens the portal to the back rooms.
Yeah, I guess that is what happened, more or less.
He switches it, and then like he notices from a certain angle he can see a thin line of light coming through his wall. And he's like, what the fuck? So he goes over, and he manages to just push through the wall into the back rooms.
Yep.
And so the first room he enters into is it's basically the meme. It's a giant open area with like waist high bits of wall, and there's a ton of furniture.
A giant pile of furniture.
A giant pile of furniture in the center of it. And he's like, oh, okay. And he goes back and forth a few times to realize, oh, it's a fucking portal to this place. And then he starts exploring it.
Yep.
And one of the things he discovers as he's exploring it is a cardboard cutout.
Of who? Because my brain was like, is this Jesus?
I don't know. It was a cardboard cutout that was like, it was basically playing greetings in every language.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure if it was greetings. It sounded longer.
Yeah, but it was kind of like some greeting, I think.
Yeah, I feel like I think they played it in English once at the end and we missed it. Or I missed it at least, because I heard an English word and I was like, did it say it in English finally?
Yeah, it said like hello from planet Earth or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
electrical problems.
What ends up happening is he finds this cutout. He's like, what the fuck? And like he kind of looks into the room, and there's like power coming from somewhere. He doesn't quite know where the power cables go. Then he like finds a hatch, and in the hatch he finds a duffel bag, and in the duffel bag he finds like worker IDs for a company called, is it Async?
I think so. We're gonna go with Async.
Yeah,
I don't
Async,
remember.
that's fine. He finds this company ID of somebody who worked at the company, and it's like, okay, that's kind of strange. And then like as he's looking around, there's noises. There's like this when you by the way, you grabbed my fucking arm so hard during this movie. You clawed my arm up.
I'm sorry.
It's like, it's like, oh Jesus Christ, man.
I don't like horror movies.
Oh, by the way, and meanwhile,
the
teenagers behind us were laughing the whole time.
Yes, I know.
I think they laughed at you jump at once.
Yes.
I think because like they were right behind us, like one row behind, right there, and you jumped pretty high at one point, and I think they laughed at you.
Oh no, 100%. I deserved it though, because it wasn't even a scary part that I jumped so high at, because I let myself relax for a second. But I shouldn't have.
Yeah, that was funny. And so he's in this this room, and he hears something happening in the in the distance.
May I interrupt, because you kind of missed a part.
What I missed?
Okay, so he's in the room. He finds this duffel bag in like, I'm gonna call it like a chute.
Yeah.
And so then he pulls out the duffel bag, like looks at the name tag, looks at like all these like labeled CDs or whatever that I think are recordings that he can't play anywhere. Yeah. And then he goes through the chute. It's like that fucking tunnel in Coraline. Not as creepy though, but that's what it reminded me of. And he goes into yet another room.
Yeah.
And so then what happens is that he hears noises coming from the previous room that he was in before. Now continue.
Right. But here's the thing. In this new room, one, the throne he was sitting on as the pirate in the commercial is there, but it's like it's like all weird angled.
Massive.
It's way too big and it's angled. And then like also in the distance there is like a strangely angled compartment that goes up to a very tiny door. And what I realized is like they're not just doing back rooms, they're doing a whole bunch of those liminal shots in this movie. Because that was a shot where like you can kind of see in the background like, oh, how come this hallway looks like it kind of disappears into nothingness, like stuff like that, right? And so that's when he hears the noises, and then he's like, oh shit, something's coming for me too. And then he like scrambles up this this inclined walkway. He goes through the tiny door, and then he finds himself back near the start, so he runs back out of the back rooms. It's like, okay, so we have our premise. We have the back rooms. It seems to be like a pocket dimension that's connected to this guy's basement, and we have a creature running around inside of it. It's like, okay, there's the premise. So what do you do with this now, right? Because like this actually made me laugh. He escapes, and then immediately, like without even a scene cut, he runs back in and grabs a stool from the back room, and then runs back out again.
I think he just wanted something to protect himself and didn't want to break any of his sellable furniture.
See, for me, what I was thinking was like, okay, he has this stool. The way I thought the movie was gonna go was that he was gonna like try to revitalize his failing business.
I thought he was gonna do that too.
Yeah, by selling free furniture that he scavenges from the back rooms.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna do that too. That would have been a good idea.
Yeah, and then like it turns out that oh, he's trying to like cheat the system, and he's like taking advantage. Then he ends up getting killed by something. But like the idea is like, oh, I just have an infinite supply of furniture that I can just take and sell, and I'll make money that way. Because it's cheap, it's way cheaper than like buying stock, right? It's like, okay, but no, he doesn't do that. I thought they were gonna do that, but he doesn't do that. So, at this point, he like goes to visit his therapist, and there were some like establishing scenes of her that aren't that important. But basically, like she had a traumatic childhood because she like lost her house when she was younger.
Well, I think the trauma was involved from being kept in the house.
Yes, she was forced to stay inside by her crazy mother.
Yeah.
And then like it was like a hoarder house, which by the way like fit thematically quite nice with Backrooms.
Yeah.
And then like eventually her mother lost the house, and so the house was being like destroyed and bulldozed, and she was like as a kid just standing outside being sad. And then but she's now as an adult she's a therapist. And so he goes to see her, and he's just like, okay, I've been sober since Friday. You probably think I'm crazy, but here's what happened to me. And actually, I like how he describes the Backrooms. He says that like
I actually enjoyed that a lot.
Yeah, he said that it's like if you told someone who's never seen a dog before what a dog looks like, and then you tell them to draw it. And they'll get the basic details correct, but some things will just be off because you don't have the experience of what a dog is. It's like, yeah, that's actually what the Backrooms are, because yeah, absolutely. So, and then she's just like, listen, there's this crazy fucking place that I've found attached to my building, and he pulls out like this schizo drawn map.
Well, no, that's the thing though. It actually wasn't schizo drawn. It was a good map.
And well, there was some schizoness too, like all the thick lines. Like it looked kind of schizo.
I disagree.
And then he's like, listen, guess what? She kind of implied that he was hallucinating because he was been off alcohol.
Who else would like? Yes, that is the logical response to that. Oh yeah, I go in the secret portal of Backrooms.
Yeah, and then he's like, you know what? I'm gonna come back and get some fucking proof. And so he goes to like, he has an employee. One employee. And then it's like her and her boyfriend living in, what was it, like a motel or something?
It wasn't a motel. It was like I think it was like those places that are pre-built houses. Maybe. But for like, not special people, but like you have to, government welfare or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
So he goes to them because they helped him shoot the commercials, the pirate commercials.
Yep.
He goes to them and he's like, listen, you're gonna come in, I'll pay you overtime, we're doing this. So then like they go into the back rooms and they like don't believe it.
Oh, can
also, he gets it on camera too.
Yeah, he gets it all on camera. That part was neat. But what I like is that he refuses to tell them exactly what they're gonna do, because obviously they're not gonna believe him when they come.
Yep.
But like he's just like, we're gonna do research. And I'm just like, that's sketchy as fuck. Yeah. I would not go anywhere with a man just being like,
we're doing research.
I'm like, research on what, buddy? Research on what?
So then, like he has the camera rolling. Clark walks through the portal to the back rooms and he's like, oh my god. So they go in, they explore a bit, and then like they go to, and it seems like at this point he's now gone in many times.
Yeah, he has 100%.
They skipped over that, but like you can tell like his basement's full of Backrooms furniture. He has like a map drawn out on like a giant whiteboard. He has like the area marked out with tape.
You could tell from the map that he showed the therapist that like he had been in there many times already. Yeah.
So they kind of skip over like his initial explorations, but like
well, I mean, they didn't really. Like the very first time was kind of good enough.
Just
considering that it's just office rooms and stuff.
Yep. No. Yeah. You get repetitive. Yeah. And he even says like, oh, there's a swimming pool in here, which by the way, they're like swimming pool liminal space images, and they use a bunch of those in there too. So then like they go in, and then he goes to like a steep drop.
Yeah.
And he's like, listen, I'm gonna tie this around you, and we're gonna hoist you down. Okay.
Yeah, because it's like a really steep ramp. There's no like, it looks like it's supposed to be stairs, but it's not stairs, and it's real steep.
And we're gonna send the guy down with his camera, and then we'll pull you up.
Yes. Okay. So what I want to say, just interrupt right at that moment, is just like, it's a slight spoiler, but I like how he says that. Yeah, no, there's probably not, there's no danger, it's fine, calm down. But he was scared of whatever the fuck was chasing him before, may or may not have been chasing him before.
Yeah, he just didn't give a shit.
Yeah, he did not give a shit about these two kids, like, at all. Like, and that was that moment for me. I was like, Clark is a bad dude.
Yes.
He's not a good person.
He's just like, we just gotta go do this. Like, he just didn't give a shit. He just wanted to like...
He did not care about those kids. It's like, yeah, it'll probably be fine. At least it won't be me getting eaten by whatever is roaming around in here.
So... the guy goes down with the camera, and then with the camera, they're like...
Goes down the chute.
And then down there is like a whole bunch of like rotted old clothes.
Yes.
And it's grimy. And I don't know if you noticed, but there was like an arm and a head in some of those piles.
I did not notice.
Yeah, there was like a person dismembered in there.
No, I was freaking out too much because I knew something bad was gonna happen.
Yeah, because what ended up happening is that like there were the creature comes around the corner and then jump scares, because of course he does.
Well, yeah, but like he doesn't like it's not like a full creature reveal yet.
No, that always happens at the end. Yeah. Yes. So there was a jump scare, and he the guy with the camera was actually no. What happens is like he's like, pull me up. So like they pull him up, and of course the rope is dangling still down. So the creature grabs the rope and yanks him back, and he's like, don't let me go. And then he gets pulled down. He gets fucking destroyed. But also like at this point, Clark like puts the camera down because the guy gives the camera back to Clark. Clark puts it on like the table, but then like the rope is attached to the table. So when the guy gets yanked down, where's the light? Oh my god, there we go. Okay, when this guy gets yanked down, it pulls the whole table, which sends Clark and the girl down the chute as well.
Yeah, I was actually really surprised at that part. I like that's not a thing that usually happens in horror movies, right?
Yeah,
like
all three of them go down.
Yeah.
And then like as soon as the camera lands, and then as soon as we can, because like even though it's not a found footage movie, this sequence is all from the point of view of the camera. It's kind of weird, but fine,
no,
whatever.
I enjoyed it. It was kind of a good breakup of like what was happening.
Yeah, so the camera lands, and we're still watching through the camera, and then we see that like whoever the guy got like destroyed, and like there's a big blood trail like going through. He was pulled away. Yeah, and then like the girl's like no, and then the girl goes running off into the darkness trying to find him.
Yeah.
And then
I thought it was sweet actually, like how much she cared.
Yeah.
She was like, as soon as she got into the back room, she's like, I don't want to be here. This is a terrible idea. We should not be doing this.
Yep.
She was the one who should have survived.
Yeah. And so then like this kind of doesn't make sense because Clark grabs the camera at this point. And like you think you'd abandon the camera, but he doesn't. He grabs the camera. And then he chases off after her through the back rooms.
I actually think that it was a fine plot point because as we just established earlier in that scene, he doesn't give a shit about these kids.
Yeah.
So of course he's gonna grab the camera for research.
Yeah, I guess.
For proof and evidence.
But I think he cared about himself though.
Well, the camera was right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he grabs the camera and then he starts running off into the darkness as well. He starts going through the back rooms. What?
He doesn't run off after her. He runs away because the creature starts coming out of the place where it dragged the
guy.
The guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he just like.
I must have missed that part. I just remember him like chasing after her.
Nope. Nope, he did not. She tried to open up like the wall opening, but she couldn't do it. So she went around the corner.
Yeah.
To try and like do that, and then she started screaming.
Yeah.
Like, oh, she probably got eaten or something. I don't fucking know. And then
she was around later.
And then the creature started to open up from the other side.
Yeah.
Started to open up the wall, and then Clark freaked the fuck out and like went into the wall.
Yeah.
To escape, and then and then there's just a sequence of running.
Yeah, there's a sequence of running through the back rooms at this point because like there's no way they're getting out now. They're just like deeper into it. So they're running and running and running. They're running around. They're going around, and then he has he has the camera.
Yeah, and it's still all through the camera.
Yep, and so he's like running through various like other, and here's the thing. At this point, I started like kind of, also the kids behind me were laughing too. I was laughing because I recognize each of these locations as various like popular liminal images, and I'm like, okay, like this is I know what this is. These are all the things that went viral. He runs through them, and he ends up in a location where he like puts the camera down. He hears the girl's voice through the wall.
Yes.
Right. And then he's just like, oh, I can't. And she's like, open the door, open the door. I was like, I can't see. I can't see you. Apparently, it's like a one-way mirror or something.
Yeah.
But like, she's like, oh, help me. And then like,
well, it's funny though because it doesn't look like a mirror. It's literally just a solid wall, and on her side, it's glass.
Yeah. But here's the thing. She's like, oh my god, it's behind you. And like, what happens is the creature comes in and picks up the camera.
Picks up the camera. We don't see the creature, but the creature picks up the camera.
And by the way, I like this touch actually. The camera goes so high. It
goes so high, yeah.
To show how tall this thing is.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it because there's so many people around, but like I almost yelled, "It's so tall!" Yeah. I was so close to yelling it.
And then like it cuts at that point. And then it cuts back to the therapist who's having her own problems. But then she gets like a phone call, and it's just Clark. And he's like, I'm not coming back.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, where'd you get the phone?
From the back room.
Was there a phone in there? You never see one.
That's okay. You can make a phone.
Fine. So he's the phone. He goes, I'm not coming back. I'm done. And it's like, okay. So then she gets kind of weird. She gets weirded out. So she goes to his store. And she enters in. She finds it abandoned. But she goes downstairs. And then she sees the entrance. And she sees like the map on the wall. And she's just like, okay. So she goes through and she enters the back rooms, and then she's just like, cause she thought he was crazy.
Yes.
He's like,
but she's like, oh shit, it was real. Oh, I gotta find him. Oh no.
Yeah. So she starts walking around, exploring a bit, and she talks a little bit. And then she finds a different room where like there's like a drawing of the creature.
Yeah.
And was that drawn by Clark?
Unclear. very unclear. I don't know who drew it. I thought it might have been one of the scientists.
Maybe
that was
or someone else
shown
who was
at like the very beginning.
Yeah, it was like a little intro sequence of like a scientist who was exploring as well.
Yeah.
Or like it could have been someone else. Like who knows? It's not clear.
Yeah.
But then Clark shows up, and Clark is like, "It's gonna find us. You're being too loud." And then like
they have a conversation.
They have a conversation, and then
the creature finds them.
Yeah, and what's interesting is that Clark says, "It's only me." And then he, like, as the creature shows up, he slowly walks behind her and then chokes her out.
Yeah, but that creature is still not revealed at this point, by the way.
Yeah, she's not revealed at this point. But he chokes her out.
Yeah.
And then they wake up, like, in some kitchen deep in the back rooms.
Yep.
And, at this point, it's implied that Clark's been here a while.
Long, yeah.
And I don't know if time moves differently in the back rooms versus out.
I think that it's more that I'm assuming that when he went into the back rooms with the two kids, that was like fairly shortly after the therapist appointment. And then it is an undetermined amount of time how long in between those two things were.
Yeah, because it seems quite long.
I would say a minimum, like maybe a month.
Yeah.
Maybe.
They never say though.
But like, the way it's implied, it seems like it was a really long time, but realistically, just like from her being concerned about like is my patient coming back? You know, like if I feel like the therapist would try to contact him first if it's been more than a few weeks. So I'd say maybe at most a month.
Yeah.
Like with how long he's been in there, but like I don't know, being stuck in that place for like a week would probably drive me cuckoo as well. So.
Yeah.
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 So she wakes up, they're in a kitchen, she's tied to a chair, there's like several people there, but they're not really people, and he explains that like, oh, these are memories of people outside, and this place copies the memories of everyone and everything, and just recreates it here.
But wrong.
And so there's like deformed people who are apparently just people outside.
Yeah.
And their copies don't really work, right?
No, and they look strange.
They look strange. They don't feel pain. It's implied that Clark's been eating them because they don't care.
Implied. He says it.
Yeah.
It's not implied.
We don't see him eat them, but we see him like cut into the stomach of one and like pull out like cotton candy or something.
Yeah, it looked. I don't know. It honestly kind of looked like solid rice pudding.
Yeah. He's like, I can just eat them. It's not a big deal. I don't care. It's awesome. And so that's how he's been surviving this whole time. And then like he wants to recreate a role play between him and his wife with his therapist that they did at the start of the movie when he was going to therapy. And so, but then he realizes that like the therapist's hair is wrong, so he goes to like the girl in the corner who's like and then cuts her scalp off.
Yeah, he scalps her.
Yeah.
He scalps her and it's freaky as fuck.
Yeah, this is just like one of the copies who doesn't feel pain. She's just like back there. He just scalps her and then puts the fucking hair on the therapist's head. Her name's Mary. Yeah, the therapist's name is Mary.
Yep.
And so Mary's just sitting there tied to this chair with like another woman's hair on her head. Scalp. And then like he's like, let's do the role play. And then so they do the role play. And well, it's a bit different this time.
Yeah, because he's crazy.
Because he's not crazy, and he's like treating her like she's his ex-wife, and he's freaking out at her. And eventually she snaps, and she says, "Listen, the actual truth is,
you're pathetic and a beta cuck loser.
Yeah, you're a fucking loser." And it's kind of funny, is that like there is this view among normies, or like I guess the average person or whatever, that like therapists will tell you one thing during therapy, but actually feel something completely different. And I don't think that's entirely accurate, but this movie plays into it a lot.
It does, yeah. I think sometimes they have to, like the bad therapist will just be like, no, obviously we're just going to fix your problems and you're not going to have to hold any accountability for your actions. Like the bad ones 100% do that, but I think sometimes like they just have to keep like a neutral face and be like, this might like for like some big problems, it's like this might be your fault, but you're not ready to accept it right now. So we'll try to get you to take accountability later. But for now, let's focus on not doing it anymore.
Yes, yeah.
which I think was what they were kind of trying to do here, but
Yeah.
it was just the trope. It was just that trope that you already said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, yeah, it basically, the therapist, because now she's thoroughly freaked out because she feels like she's going to be fucking knifed by this guy.
Yeah.
She says, yeah, in actuality, your problems are because you're a loser, you drink too much, your business is failing, your wife left you, everything is your fucking fault. And
But you won't take the blame for it.
yeah, you won't take the blame for it. And then, actually, there was like a great line where she says, like, she's like, oh, it's just the way your brain is wired. Well, you are your fucking brain, dipshit.
Yeah, that was really funny.
Yeah. Which is true, by the way. Like,
Yes.
it's very easy for people to say, it's not my fault. I was just born this way. And it's like, yeah, but it's still you. Right?
Insert Lady Gaga song here.
Yeah, okay, but like, no, negative things, right?
No, I know.
We can understand negative habits or negative traits, and you say, what's a part of me? It's like, even if it is, you're still responsible,
Yeah.
right? So, like, it's still you. You know, it's not anybody else's fault. Even if it's not your fault that you're this way, it's your responsibility to do something about it, right? So, like, there was, like, the moment of accountability, and then he's like, oh, I guess I'm just wired this way.
Yeah.
To be a failure. Oh. And then, like, the monster shows up.
Monster reveal.
And the monster...
As
the monster is a giant copy of Clark as the pirate.
the pirate.
Yeah.
It's a disfigured copy, but it's very obviously him. He's very tall.
He's very tall and very lanky and very big.
And
he's
his
just,
face is weird.
And his face is weird. But he's just like a giant version of Clark as the pirate. And now, this makes sense thematically for it, because if this entire movie is about Clark's failure, the fact that the Backrooms generated a copy of Clark at basically his worst and makes that the actual like antagonist makes sense. You know, it's like, okay, like here, Clark's now facing, you know, his terribleness. However, it makes no sense when we start thinking about the fact that the monster attacked one of the researchers in that intro sequence.
Yep.
Because why?
Baby, like, okay, it was super unclear because this copy looked so different from the others.
Other copies, yes.
And spoiler that we're gonna talk about later, Mary.
Yeah, Mary's
It
copy,
looked
yeah.
so different. So, like, the only assumption I can make is that it's some sort of shapeshifter that, like, if a person's in there, it'll take, like, their form, but, like, but make it, but make it wrong, you know? Like, it'll take from their memories, and make themselves that person, but make it wrong.
Yeah,
and
maybe.
then attack.
Possibly.
That's the only assumption I can make.
Yeah, because like it's also the only one that moves around. It's the only one that's hostile.
Yeah.
If the implication is that it's doing this because Clark himself is just a terrible person, sure, but there should be a lot more monsters if there's a lot more people going into the back rooms and they're all also terrible people. Like,
that's my point. That's why I think it's just the one monster.
Maybe they don't explain it.
They don't.
This is kind of the shitty part of the movie.
Yep.
So like, the monster shows up, and then like Clark starts talking to him, like he knows him because he does.
Because he does, yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, we don't need to change." She said we're fine. We can we're just wired this way.
Yeah. The implication there is that for whatever reason, the Clark and the monster, like,
know each other, maybe.
Not know each other. Like came to like a truce,
maybe. Sort
of. Like after it saw him and was going to kill him, but then didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then the monster just kills him anyway.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
Like it doesn't make too much sense.
It doesn't make too much sense.
Yeah.
This part of the movie is the weakest part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The monster reveal. You know how it's a horror movie trope? Like after they reveal the monster, the rest of the movie kind of sucks. Yeah. This movie did that hard.
Except for the ending. It was an interesting ending. And then so there's now an extended chase sequence where Mary is running through the back rooms and the monster is chasing her through it.
Yep.
And the monster is now we see the monster just fully on display, and he is just a giant grotesque Clark.
I was less scared.
Yeah. And then like eventually she gets back to what looks to be Clark's basement.
Oh,
but
that was
actually
so upsetting. I thought she had found like another way, and then I realized as soon as she started walking up the stairs, I was like, no, wait, it doesn't look like that anymore. No.
Yeah. So this is just a copy of Clark's store in the back rooms.
Yeah.
And then she ends up like getting it's not a lamppost. It's a
Oh, a coat, like
a coat hanger post. Yeah.
Yeah, a coat post.
A coat post. What are those called?
I don't remember, but I'm calling it a coat post.
Like rather than having like a bunch of hooks on your wall, you have like a post with
Yeah.
with like hooks on the top.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, she gets one of those, and she's like,
it might just be called a coat hanger. to
she's
be
like
honest.
using it as a spear against like the deformed Clark pirate, and then she ends up like taking out his peg leg so he can't walk anymore, and it's like, wow. So, even though this is a very fearsome monster, a dozen guys with like body armor and weapons could take this thing out. It's not that scary. It's not like super scary. You could fight this thing.
Question mark. We don't actually know how strong it is.
Well, sure, but the fact that she managed to take out its leg and
but it was
break
still moving.
It was, but he couldn't walk anymore.
Only on the one leg, yeah.
Sure,
and that's the yeah.
But then she started hitting it with like that rock that she had.
Concrete from the driveway of handprint.
Yeah, and like she did break it on its face, but like it was bleeding heavily. Like, no, you can kill this thing.
I mean, probably.
Yeah,
but that's also my point that it's different from the other things they
didn't bleed.
The memories, the memories didn't bleed.
Yeah, so like, it was kind of interesting because even though this thing is definitely monstrous, like if you outnumbered it and you had weapons, you could kill it.
Yeah.
It's not like some completely unknowable, invincible
force. I guess that is kind of what they did, considering that one shot near the end.
What do you mean?
Was like in plastic wrap on a table. Did you miss that?
Oh, I thought that was actually, I thought that was Clark himself.
Oh, no, man.
That was the monster?
Totally.
Okay.
100% was the monster.
No, fair enough.
Yeah. I think they were trying to capture it to study it.
Yeah.
Like, in general, because like, can we skip ahead a little?
Well, that's like 2 scenes in, so let's just do this real quick. So yeah, and she's saved at the nick of time because she hits an alarm, and then a whole bunch of like gas bursts into the room, and then what?
That's what I wanted to comment on, is that we see the same, I'm gonna just call it like the Jesus standee, because honestly, I don't know who it's supposed to be. That's what it looked like to me, a Jesus standee. And she knocks that over, and then alarms start blaring.
Yes.
Continue. Alarms
start blaring. And she knocks over while she's fighting this thing.
Yeah.
Alarms start blaring. A whole bunch of gas gets getting pumped out of these like tanks. And then it turns out that like this is actually another entry point, a different entry point into the back rooms.
Yep.
And she like crawls through like a tiny like loading screen for like a video game.
Yes, yeah, one of those like hallways you can only get through sideways.
You shimmy through to like yeah. She crawls through that. And then like there's a bunch of guys in hazmat suits and like spraying her down.
Yep.
And then she's taken back out into the real world.
We think.
It's ambiguous.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the end. But she's taken back out to the real world, and then she's talked to by like the researchers, and she's just like, the doctor is like, I can't tell you what's going to happen to you because I don't know, and I'm not allowed to talk about it. But I do need to like, and he admits that like there's many different portals to this place opening up all over the world, and they're trying to study them, and they don't know what it is yet. And she's just he's just talking to her about like, yeah, so he shows it like a security camera of Clark. He's like, is this the guy you met? And she's like, is this the store? And like there's some conclusions here where like some things are confirmed but not really. And then so yeah, she walks by that medical room on the way out, and I thought it was just Clark.
No,
it was
definitely the monster.
Definitely the reason I thought it was Clark is because it was bandaged in the part where he was bit, right on his neck, like right here, because the monster just chomped him in the neck, and that was like a big fucking bandage
but he was
right
in
there.
The pirate costume. You could see the hat on the floor.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that. I thought it was Clark. But anyway.
Maybe it was.
Who knows? Who knows? Then she's being questioned, and they still don't know what it is yet, but they know that there's a whole bunch of portals opening everywhere, and they're like monitoring it by putting up, by having cameras, and they're having like these
Jesus standees.
These Jesus standees that are like just they're saying hello, like in different languages. And yeah, it was it Async, the corporation? This is the Async corporation that's studying it. And then like it ends weirdly because
so very strangely.
Because as she's talking to this guy, she like kind of
starts to dissociate.
Yeah, she starts to dissociate.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to like a bunch of scenes from her childhood in the back rooms.
Her
childhood home in the back room, and like her office in the back rooms. And then it cuts to like the interview room in the back rooms. And then like her copy is back there, just sitting there.
Yeah. And it looks disfigured and weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was thinking like, she made it out,
Mm-hmm.
and this is just her copy that she left behind.
Yep.
Or that's actually her.
Yeah.
And like, because she got knocked out like 3 times throughout the final sequence, and that's actually her. And she's been hallucinating this whole thing.
Yeah. Like the whole like ending.
The whole ending, yeah.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know which one it is.
I don't know either. That's the problem. Cause like, that's why I was so suspicious of her like just being back in the real world. Cause it was just like, there was no windows.
It was too perfect. Yeah.
There was no windows, and she was staring like while she was in like the isolation interview room.
Yeah.
She was staring at like other windows to very similar looking rooms.
Maybe.
Like that she was sitting in, and I was just like,
Yeah, so I don't know either.
There was no like.
Well, I checked the wiki because I wanted to figure out what the characters' name. I forgot the characters' names.
Yeah,
so
we both did.
Yeah, we looked in the wiki, and the wiki seems to say that it is in fact her copy. That she did make it out, and the final shot is her copy. Like her
But like, why end it on her copy? It's like, yeah, okay, she has a copy in there, so what?
You just freak you out?
For what? It didn't freak me out though. I was like, my reaction to that shot, because like, I kept going back and forth about whether or not she made it out.
Yeah.
But my reaction to the shot of if I go to the conclusion that she did make it out, why do I fucking care if she has a copy in there? What does it matter to me? The copy doesn't feel pain. It doesn't fucking do anything. It's not the same as the monster.
Yeah.
Like what? Why do I care? Like, oh yeah, okay, she has a copy. Because of course she does. Because everyone will probably eventually have a copy.
Yeah.
So, what?
I don't know.
Why do I care?
I mean, if we take the interpretation that it's actually her, then she didn't get out.
Yeah, then that's fucked up and freaky and a good ending to the movie.
But the movie does not make it clear.
It does not at all. You have to read too much into it, and it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it was purposely ambiguous, though.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. So I mean, like all in all, it was a decent movie. It wasn't great, and it certainly flubbed the ending because everything flubs the ending nowadays. Like it was okay.
I don't like horror movies.
Yeah, you don't like. I know you don't like horror movies. Okay, whenever we watch one of those like really bad horror movies, like Driller Killer or something. I mean, do you hate
Usually
that
I'm
in the
just
same
bored
way?
during those.
Do you hate that in the same way?
No, because those
Or
are
like Nail Gun Massacre?
those are just like those are just gore fests.
Yeah.
It's just gore. It's not even a horror movie. It's just a gore movie, but not like Saw. Saw is still creepy.
Fuck. Yeah. Well, honestly, that's why I like shitty B movies, is because even though they're trying to be a thing, they always fail and become something else as a result. So yeah, they're not like a really bad horror movie. It stops being a horror movie and starts being a comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. I guess I'd recommend this movie if you like the meme.
Yeah, if you really like, if you
those
love
teenagers.
the idea of the Backrooms, 100% watch this movie.
Yeah, those teenagers like behind us, they were like laughing the whole movie, even though it's a horror. And I think it's because they were really into like, they were Zoomers, right?
Yeah.
And they're, like you're an older Zoomer. These were like younger Zoomers, but they were.
I'm a Zillennial.
They were Zoomers who were like obviously into this, and they were just kind of giving up a storm every time something happened.
Yeah, they also laughed every single time I jumped, so that was fun.
Do you know it was actually directed at you?
Oh yes, 100%.
How do you know?
Especially, okay, because I deserved one because I got jump scared at the fucking mom. Because there was a flashback to Mary's childhood.
Yeah, and the crazy mom.
And like the crazy mom, but like they did the mom as a jump scare because she was trying to like kind of quietly, Mary was trying to quietly get out of the house, and the mom was like, "What are you doing?" And that freaked me out. That was because I let myself relax. I didn't think anything was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yep. They definitely laughed. You laughed at me too, and then I also laughed at myself.
I did, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, how do you know that they laughed at you every single time though?
I don't know. Like it seems like too much of a coincidence that if like when I visibly jumped like the first few times there was giggles.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I don't know.
I wasn't offended.
No, okay, yeah. In terms of the movie, it like, it was okay. It's hard to recommend though.
Yeah.
To like go to see it in theaters. Maybe wait until it's on streaming or something.
Unless you want to experience it in theaters. Like, it's up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, go, like, if you really want to, go on a cheap night. Like, I don't regret.
If you really want to, you've already seen it.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're like a month late to this movie.
Oh.
But yeah, like, it's just, man.
I legitimately think they lean too much into, like, the monster horror and should have made it more of a psychological thriller.
Yeah,
100%. I think that would have been the better way to go with this movie. Still include, like, a scary-ass monster, but, like, don't... Like, this was one of the movies where they should never have revealed the monster.
I guess. Well, here's the thing, though. Revealing the monster, like, kind of tied it all together thematically, because once you realize the monster is just the main guy, and it's so fucked up because he's so fucked up. That makes it all make sense.
Doesn't make any sense because of the beginning with the
everything else doesn't make any sense.
Well, that's my point.
But that part of it makes sense.
Well, no, that's my point.
Then change the beginning.
Exactly.
Yeah, but still, though, like. There are things they could have done to make this movie significantly better, but it's still an okay movie. Yeah.
Like, other than the fact that it's a horror movie and freaked me out, I don't regret seeing it.
Wow.
I may or may not have nightmares tonight. Who knows?
That's right, because you get like really bad nightmares.
This is why I don't watch horror movies. I didn't listen, I thought I came into this thinking that it was gonna be more of a psychological thriller. Which is partially why I'm saying that it should have been more of a psychological thriller.
Okay.
Because I knew the idea of Backrooms. I was like, oh, when I heard they were making a movie, I was like, oh, that's a great, like, psychological thriller. Like, the Backrooms, little spaces, like, people freaking out, no chance of escape. Yes, do that. So that's what I assumed that this movie was going to be, and then
it became like a monster chase.
And then, it was not. It freaked me out the whole fucking time.
Oh, well.
That means you just need to tuck me into bed.
All right, we'll do. Actually, what time is it anyway?
Late. I can feel it.
Yeah. I guess you have to go and tuck you into bed right now, huh?
Sounds good.
Okay. We'll see you later, guys.
Bye.